die so this guy could get it. Rolling blackouts. He can't keep the lights on in the 5th largest economy in the world. Businesses can't open, schools can't educate, struggling minority businesses fall under white-owned businesses who can afford to buy and operate generators. Some heroes, some champion. But today is a dangerous day for the political establishment. We have shown that we will no longer be manipulated by tired, cheap, political distractions, the likes of which are trafficked by Newsom and Pelosi. Today is not about Republican or Democrat. It's about failure of leadership. The last thing they want is for us to cooperate and build bridges. That's who we are. That is the squad, and if anyone thinks differently, just send them right over to the Baroness and I'll take care of them. And to the establishment watching this, and we all know you are, I have one thing to say to you. If you think AOC is problematic, darling, wait till you get a load of me. BiancaForSanFrancisco.org.
No, I want to make sure. Is everyone okay? Absolutely. This is great. This is wonderful. Is the bird okay? Is the bird okay? The bird is okay. I just want to make sure. Coming to stage, the one, the only, the legend, the mythical character. Mickey Mouse has nothing on him. Super Mario Brothers, Pac-Man, the Drake of politics, as we call him. Come on up here, brother. Come on up here. What's going on, everybody? Hello, San Francisco. How's everybody? As you know, I'm Kit Cunningham, and I'm a free American. Just like every last one of you. Anybody in the crowd, free Americans? We are here to recall Gavin Newsom, and I don't need to talk about how bad he is. I'm pretty sure every last one of you here know exactly what he's done to California. We could talk about the lockdowns, we could talk about the curfews, we could talk about everything he's done destroying businesses here in this great state. I've gone all over Los Angeles, and I've actually talked to these business owners. I've actually organized these events and went to these events with a good group of friends of mine that I consider my brothers. The stories are that they don't know where their next check's coming. They don't know how to pay the bills for their own children. The biggest equalizer of action is fear. Fear that you can walk out, step on stage, and fail. Fear that you speak your voice and no one hears it. I remember when I first came out, I stepped out the door and I tried to make a difference, and I realized that I had fear. Until one day I finally realized that it's not about fear, about self-doubt. It's fear that we'll lose. I fear that Gavin Newsom's gonna stay in office. That's why I'm here right now. So are we gonna take action? Yeah. I said, are we going to take action right here, right now? Anybody in here, were you guys deemed non-essential? Who in here has been deemed non-essential? Let me hear you. So was I.
So I worked at an entertainment company for 20 years in California. No shows for the whole year. They canceled everything.
You see that? That was deemed non-essential as well. So here's the moment. This is the moment in which that we take action. Fear aside, this is it. This is the last push. There's now 4 more days. 4 more days until the governor of California is removed. The pen is mightier than the sword. This pen has developed since the beginning of time, and it will be here at the end of the time. This pen developed language in which that we can communicate with people, our emotions. This pen is used to preach the word of God. This pen will declare a free California. A free California. Not only do you need to sign the petition, but I need you to go out and find the people that has not signed the petition. I need to find the friends and families that have not signed the petition. And for every last one of these cameras rolling right now, if you see this video and you know somebody that has it, you need to share this video. If you're not in California, you need to send it to the people that are in California. In the next 4 days, this pen will give California a free California. One more time. And with that being said, this is the moment where we kick out Gavin Newsom. Thank you, everybody. We're all free Americans. Let's kick Gavin Newsom out! I am Kick, K-I-C-K, Cunningham on all platforms, Instagram, social media. I also have a YouTube show with the Mega Hulk called You Ain't Black. Check it out.
Actually, he did a great job, and he so graciously spit all over my microphone. Excuse me.
Today, as I stand here, we have 1,947,000 signatures. A couple of things here. You know about the shutting down of his businesses, right? You know about all the things that he's done. What you may not know, 100 no-bid contracts have been awarded under his emergency powers. 12 of those contracts are to his biggest donors to the tune of over $1.5 billion. The Blue Shield contract holding back the virus is his biggest donor. What I really love is seeing the diversity of everybody out here today. People talk about politics and they say it's a grumpy sport. You have to be left, you have to be right, you have to be something. I simply say this, we have to be Californians, got it? And I don't really give a damn what party you are. I don't care what ethnicity you are. I don't care religion you are. It's our damn state. Gavin Newsom represents the establishment of politics, got it? And we, the people, are the establishment of who we are. And we, signature by signature, are gonna take our state back. Within 10 days, we are turning in enough signatures to get this on the ballot and open up the California conversation. Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin!
Sorry, the mic was catching on fire right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to call Pastor Jay to the stage.
The Bible is the backbone of the United States of America. We are one nation under God. People say that because all authority comes from God, that we just then need to submit to anybody who's in authority. But you need to understand that not all who occupy those seats of authority are godly people. Jesus said this, he said, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod, which is hypocrisy. So Jesus says when it comes to leaders, whether they're religious leaders or political leaders, this is a clue that you don't want this kind of leadership. And he says when they're hypocrites. So when we have a governor who shuts down restaurants, who shuts down businesses, while his own restaurants are open, that's called hypocrisy. God knows that because whoever is in authority over a land, the wealth and the resources of that land will flow to whoever's in power. So the founding fathers decided to do this. The founding fathers said that we the people, that authority is not going to be in a potentate, it's not going to be in a king, it's not going to be in a monarchy, it's not going to be in a dictator. The power over America is going to be in we the people, and that those who serve at the behest of those who have elected them to serve. America was the one that created and pioneered the middle class. America has created more millionaires than all the nations of the world combined. But all the people in political power, when that money comes from the federal government, it's amazing how they've upgraded their mansions, they've upgraded their refrigerators, they've even upgraded the ice cream that they have in those refrigerators. It is time for corruption to end. Power is in us, we the people. It's time to rise up, it's time to stand up. It is your biblical right, it is your God-given right. Freedom comes from God. Let's take our land back in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Robert. My church is called Awaken Church, and if you just go to awakenchurch.com.
Give him a round of applause. Everyone here has on a coat and a jacket. We have one individual who wanted to tough it out. And we want to make sure that 1776 Forever Free makes sure that the DJ does not become an icicle. So we want to make sure you put your sweatshirt on, please, before you become a DJ statue. You all right?
I was doing all right.
He was about to be, I was going to be like, play the music, DJ. He would have been like, play the music, DJ. He would have just looked at me and it would have been over. That would have been it. We would have been having a COVID. They would have said you had COVID. And then they would have blamed everybody here. Yeah, they killed the DJ at the rally. They didn't have on mask. You know, he died standing up. Unbelievable. Coming to stage next is an individual that's on fire. He's a former Marine. He's a man who served the country. He's a man who had a vision and had a thought to put a clothing line together that could impact us and make a historical gain within this country. 1776, forever free. We call him Junior Superman. When you see him, you'll understand. Coming to stage, Dr. Cordy Williams.
So everybody come on over here and pull out your phones, because I know everybody got a cell phone, you got an Android, you got a Twitter, you got a Facebook, you got a Gab, you got a TikTok, whatever, right? Let's get them all out, let's get them going. But how many veterans do I have in here? How many veterans? Raise your hand. All right, come up here, brother. Get this hat right here. I got a free hat for you. All right, because we're going to combat. We're going to combat. And 1776 is a constitutional organization that goes to combat, because when I had a video that went viral and got about 16 million hits, I started to see a void out there. And the void I saw was that there's a lot of people that don't know what this means. And they don't know about the souls that are 6 feet under, that gave everything and were a stand for us so that we could be here today. So that we could actually sit here and choose to protest. So we could choose, even though Nervous Nancy made a phone call and we're not on the steps, right? Nothing to see there. And we're down here, we're still able to do this. Nobody's shutting us down. Nobody's got guns. Nobody's arresting us right now. And that's because of the souls that are 6 feet under. That's because of the names on the Vietnam Memorial, the tombstones at Arlington. And so 1776 was the start of that warrior spirit. 1776 is when 13 colonies said, you know what? We're tired of being taxed and not being properly represented. We're not going to have taxation without representation. They said we're not going to let a tyrannical government rule our lives and tell us how we should live. We're not going to let a tyrannical government leave us just oppressed and tell us that we have to shut down our businesses. And so 1776 is that warrior spirit. It's that fight. And 1776 is happening all over again, right now. Only we're showing up differently. We're taking back the country not with violence. We're taking back the country with love. So I have this hat because, you know, I think anytime you go to combat, you got to be prepared with the right gear on. In order for people to stand, they got to know what they're standing for. They got to understand their guidebook to freedom. Your guidebook to salvation through Jesus Christ is the Bible. Your guidebook to freedom here on earth is the Constitution, and 99% of us don't know how to spell it. We don't know Amendment 1 from 10. We don't know anything about it. If you took a poll out on the street right now, people don't even know what 1776, they're like, what is that? Where does that date come from? Oh, you know, it's just when millions of men died and, you know, thousands of people in George Washington, the Delaware. Oh, I thought I saw him in the boat that one time and it was freezing. I didn't really know what it meant. It was when a country said, I've had enough. Because in this oppressive time, there are people like 14-year-old Iris Allen that wanted to go back to school. That's all she wanted. That's all her mom wanted for her. And they wouldn't let her. They said, no, you can't do that. And I had a friend out at a rally tell me the story where mom comes home one day to just be there with her daughter, to comfort her daughter because her daughter can't go to school and she's depressed and she's down. And she clicks the garage door opener, and her little baby girl has a noose around her neck and she's dead. I want you to get the impact of that. Because that's your son, that's your daughter. That's somebody you love and care about. And how many people have been Iris Allen related to their business? How many people have been in a situation where, you know, they had to say goodbye to somebody through plexiglass, right? Because we know that always prevents a virus. The virus only moves vertically. This is what we're dealing with. And I always say rallies are great, they're sexy, they're awesome, but what are you gonna do next? How are you gonna lean in? How are you gonna take action and have resolve? Part of it is being at this rally, that's for sure. But you gotta learn your roadmap to freedom, and then you gotta take action. You gotta be like my friend Cece right here, who's already planning to run for office. What office are you gonna run for? There's people everywhere that have the capacity to lean in and run for office. Some of these offices, all you have to do is go to a meeting once a month. So we have to lean in right now. Start looking at where you're putting your money. Where are you putting it? Are you putting it towards organizations that fight for freedom? Are you putting it towards things that are going to change America? Or are you buying another Haka Jaka Laka Mocha latte from BLM bucks? Their heroes aren't found on NFL football fields, catching footballs, kneeling in the end zone and shaking their butt. They're not found wearing spandex. They're found marred by bullets, their friends' brains on their chest, dodging bullets, wearing flak jackets. They're found storming buildings and burning fires. They're found coming out on gurneys, not with ice packs on their knee, but with their knee amputated. My friend Jeff Powers said that. 17,046 veterans have died in the last 10 years. And the reason why we have to be in a stand in California is because it is a microcosm of what they are trying to do around the country. And we found that. Those that did the cleanup this morning found that. This is a microcosm. So let's start now, because I don't want another flag-draped coffin to come back home and those dead bodies to be in vain. I don't ever want to hear somebody say on behalf of the President of the United States Army, and a proud and grateful nation, we commend you for your son or daughter's service. So right now, decide, right now, tonight, that you are going to be a stand, that you are going to lean in, that you're not going to stop until they let down. They're going to quit, not us. God bless you guys. Semper Fi. 1776foreverfree.com. Okay, go on there. You can make contributions. We would love them. We're a nonprofit. That's the only way we're able to do this. Okay, lean in. We're doing a red hat campaign. All these red hats around here. Okay, the red hat campaign. You remember the red shoe campaign in San Diego? The red hat campaign is to say, let's get more people wearing a 1776 and just having the conversation about what that means and what people sacrificed. God bless you guys.
Give Dr. Cody Williams a round of applause, please. Does anyone here know a lady named Maxine? She was a lady who said to Barack Obama, you do not say your opponent's name. If you check any of her campaigns, she never said her opponent's name. Well, in this campaign, within a 30-second spot on the radio, she said his name 10 times. Give Joe Collins a round of applause.
Well, welcome to year one of the 2 week slow to spread. It's a mess, right? We're still wearing masks and this. I'm not gonna get into that. But anyways, we're reaching the 2 million mark in signatures. We know that the people who occupy this capital and every other capital across California is gonna play some games when it comes to signatures. They've proven that, and they told us they do it, and they did it, and then get on the news and lie to us and say they didn't do it, even though we have videos that they did do it. But those are the games they're gonna play. So it's absolutely important that we get those petitions and we get them to our friends and family, have them sign it and mail them back in. It's absolutely important. But we appreciate you guys coming out here. And I'm gonna wrap it up with that. It's cold out here. Go home and enjoy the rest of your evening. Please grab the petitions, get them signed, take them to your family, and then mail them in. Thank you so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to conclude the program with that. And for one last time, we're going to do something and let everybody know that's driving by. Put that hand in the sky like this. On the count of three, everybody say, 1, 2, 3. Gavin Newsom.
Wait, we gotta end this right here. I understand Robert's a lot more polite than I am. I'm not a very polite person. I'm originally from New York, so I want to hear, recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! Recall Gavin! It's